Now at 5. History at Kennedy Space Center.
Keep us 30 seconds if you can hear me over the cheering. Falcon Heavy heading to space on our test flight.
As SpaceX launches the most powerful rocket in the world.
And you could feel the excitement from Kennedy Space Center as SpaceX not only launched, but successfully launched its Falcon Heavy for the very first time.
And it wasn't just the rocket, but the landing of 2 boosters that was awe-inspiring. CBS News correspondent Manuel Bojorquez is live for us tonight in Central Florida. Hi, Manuel.
Hey there. So you mentioned, yes, you could feel the excitement. We could actually feel the vibrations coming from that rocket here on the platform where we're standing. A spectacular sight to see that Falcon Heavy lift off from that pad behind us there, pad 39A here at Kennedy Space Center. The liftoff happened just about 3:45. It had been delayed for a while there because of some high-level winds that could have been detrimental. But at the last minute, they decided we're good to go. And there you're looking at it lift off into space. 3 Falcon 9 rockets all tied up into one, 27 engines, making this right now the most powerful rocket in the world, capable of delivering heavier satellites and equipment and eventually people into deeper parts of outer space. If it gives you any idea how happy Elon Musk, the founder and CEO of SpaceX, is right now, he told us yesterday he would consider it success if it did not blow up on the pad because they've never launched something with so much power. Now they're not only looking at a successful launch, but also at least 2 of those rockets that made it back down to Earth, and the payload making its way into orbit closer to Mars. And that's where he had some fun with this, putting one of his own Teslas in there with a dummy that he named Starman. And at last check on the SpaceX website, we could see that it is traveling into space right now, traveling through space. You can actually see the Earth right behind him. Some really spectacular images coming out of the SpaceX launch here at Kennedy Space Center.
To see those images, unbelievable to see it launching up into space like that successfully, and of course that unusual cargo inside. Usually spacecraft like this is filled with cement or some kind of concrete, not a car, not a fancy car.
That's exactly right. And this is where Elon Musk puts some fun into it, puts himself into it a little bit. He said this was just for fun. No one should read into it anymore. But you have to imagine when you see that image of that car and that dummy floating through space after this successful launch, that it really does brand SpaceX as a continuing leader when it comes to private entities exploring in space and also proving to customers, public and private, that they can do more. So that is definitely something they are very happy about right now.
Manuel Bojorquez live for us at Kennedy Space Center here in Florida. Manuel, thanks so much.
And here are some things you might not know about this rocket. We've told you it's the most powerful in the world, but SpaceX says the Falcon 9 Heavy can also lift more than twice the payload of the next space rocket at 1/3 of the cost. And you might have heard inside, as we just talked about, the payload of this Falcon 9 is Elon Musk's Midnight Cherry Tesla Roadster. Similar missions like this usually carry steel or concrete. This was also the same launch pad that launched Apollo 11, the mission that sent Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the moon. And if you missed the launch, we posted clips of it on our website, cbsmiami.com. Look for much more from Manuel on the SpaceX launch tonight on the CBS Evening News with Jeff Glor. That's at 6:30 after the CBS 4 News at 6.